It's a hard knock life.
It's a hard knock life.
What are you looking at?
Just seeing if there's any emails that we might have missed.
Why have we got no emails? Why does no one care? But we did have that PDF from Laurie. The other PDF Laurie sent us just had the pictures and the names on, right?
Yeah.
What about Rebecca Bauman, who sent us that cheat sheet once?
Where have you gone?
Where did you go? She was off teaching...
Where did you go?
She was off teaching the next
My
generation.
lovely.
Also,
She's educating our future leaders.
A little aside about Love Island. See, they're bringing another dozen people into it this week. That show is literally just like a
dozen
battery line.
A dozen?
Yeah.
That means 12, doesn't it?
Yeah. A conveyor belt of Fanny, basically.
So what about the existing people?
Well, they just get
Gonna
overlooked.
push them over the edge of the infinity pool.
Yeah, one guy, like, just that guy, you know, that guy they brought in at the end, the supposedly good-looking one.
Tried to get a 17-year-old in bed.
He's been gaslighting everyone and just being a right cunt.
Gaslighting.
That show is like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Sexist?
Reductive.
What did I say?
It?
What did I use? I used a term to describe it yesterday, didn't I? When we were talking about it like Shakespeare.
Backwards. Yeah, it's totally...
It was like backwards, but it wasn't backwards.
It's reductive. It's like taking us...
I think I said regressive.
Yeah, it is regressive. It's disgusting. What are you looking at?
The thing is that I...
Oh, what about the house tour? Do we not care about that now? Did it have the HH room?
Yeah, the house tour had the HOH room. Do you want to watch it on the computer?
How long is it?
On my phone?
How long is it?
Not very long.
What, like 1 minute?
3 minutes maybe at most.
Yeah, just
tops.
watch it on your phone. I can't be fucked.
Fuck's sake, I've got to find it now. CBS Big Brother.
Yeah, this podcast is long. We only watched one episode.
Long team.
I'm excited though. 99 days.
Is it always that long?
It is normally long, but 99 sounds long. Do you know what I'm most excited about though? Listen to all the other podcasts about it. Because I've been listening... Do you know what? Because I've been in a bit of a podcast dearth at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I've had to listen to like...
Barren, isn't it?
I know, I've had to listen to all the crime podcasts. That's too depressing. I listened to all the Adam Buxton podcasts. Some of those were good. Then I started listening to the Grief Cast.
What is that?
It's like comedians being interviewed about like different people who've died in their lives. And honestly, it's so depressing. It's like absolutely horrific, some of it. And then it's like, oh, we're trying to make this funny. And then it's like absolutely horrendous. It's like, oh yeah, like it takes like 20 years to get over like these things. And it's like,
20 years to get over a death.
Yeah, and it's like, oh.
You can literally put time on that.
I know. But yeah, I don't want to listen to the Grief Cast no more. I want to listen to something fun.
I listened to Sister Speak's BB Can halfway through podcast.
No, they just give up, didn't they? Fair play. I love Sister Speak.
So there's a couple of things you haven't seen about the house on here. And
here we go.
Actually...
Make sure it's loud enough for the old podcast.
Julie made me laugh.
Julie girl.
She did good.
Shout out to Julie girl.
That's one thing I was going to say, actually. Like, in this Big Brother community, one person that I'm really grateful
Team North.
to have connected with is BB Team North. And should I ever go to LA, I'm hanging out with that guy.
Team North, I love you too. Mm-hmm. Is that Julie?
Yeah.
Oh God, I've got hiccups. Fuck. Can the housemates comment that?
Apparently.
I gotta get changed. Okay, I know you're here for the house tour,
one
so
shoulder.
let's get down to business. Come on.
Let's get down to business.
Technology
It's
being
like got
playful
planets on
and
it.
interactive. Let's take a look at the
that's
living
on
room and the
PlayStation.
bedrooms. For the first time ever, the Big Brother house has a living room on
Garish.
a floating platform that moves.
Why?
Because we have
They need to speed it up, man.
22-foot high rock climbing wall.
Like when they make people sick on the roundabout.
Mentally,
No
you feel
cunt
like
is
you're
ever
doing
gonna climb
it.
that
Might as well
wall.
do it physically. Let's look at the bedroom, shall we?
It's got to be a task.
You know
surely.
the Big Brother house. You can
I
never
like that.
take
I
any
do like that
privacy.
room.
So you can slide these walls away,
That's good,
and
that.
suddenly it becomes a bedroom.
People are worried about it
for
stopping the
12.
game talk, but I
The
don't
pink
care. I
bedroom
like
is
it.
a
It
mirror
will still
image
happen.
of the blue bedroom. Let's check out the third bedroom.
Sexist.
This is the fidget spinner room. As you're trying to plot and connive and backstab, you gotta do
Sexist
something
blue
with your
and pink.
hands to keep busy. You
Yeah.
just spin these
As you're
fidget
trying to
spinners all
plot and
day.
connive,
Let's
you're
go to the dining
spinning
room.
the
You need to keep your
fidget
hands busy.
spinners. Where's the memory wall?
Let's make this kitchen interactive. This bar
Okay.
is on wheels. I'm going to do
Why?
a man and
Wow.
woman thing.
Why though? Where's the ants?
Yes, I am.
I need the,
Also
I need
got
the
a
ant
huge
trap.
gummy bear up here. If you wanted to, you could fit 18,120
Oh,
gummy bears
look at those
in
gummy
that
bears.
one giant pink gummy bear? Sounds like a Big Brother question. Let's go into the kaleidoscope room and show you how this room is interactive. This is a pinball.
Oh, that
the
is
game. We've all done this before.
I really want to do that.
I don't want to do my face because of my makeup.
I wish I had that in my
Maybe I'll
house.
just do the profile.
That looks so fucking... That looks so fucking
Seeing
good.
Julie smash her face into that was just
Oh
hilarious.
my god, that's so good.
The bathrooms are different this year.
That looks nice.
Decided to give
That's
the house
classy.
guests
This
4
also made me
sinks
laugh.
instead of 2.
Emojis.
You're welcome. We're generous. We know the house
Hashtag.
guests are going to miss aspects of social
Make
media
it emoji.
and their Snapchat filters.
Shame. Oh.
Go to the game lounge. We've got a
game lounge.
foosball game set.
They
up
got no
here.
pool table.
These fish. That's
Ooh.
the decor of the house.
That's cool. I like the
These
fish tank.
game consoles.
That's very
custom-made
nice.
From a
like
3D
neon.
printer.
Game of fish.
My favorite game is called
like that.
Friendship. You always come
Friendship.
in second place.
Friendship.
Just like Paul,
It always comes
whose
second
image
place.
is on the sides of the game console.
Lol.
Let's go to the HOH bedroom. Show you what's special here this year. They will have for the first
I
time
like this.
ever the capability of spying on other house guests in 3 new rooms of the house where they couldn't see them before.
What?
They can't hear what they're saying, but they can see.
What?
The
The
press of a
bedroom
button,
one?
The HOH can speak one way
See?
to the other
What?
house guests and say, I see you in there.
Ah.
You are conspiring against me. Go upstairs right now to the HOH bedroom.
Tell off.
So is the
Tell off,
HOH.
Tannoy.
Oh, and the walls. The walls can't talk, but the walls do change
Oh,
colors.
that's cool.
Just like some of the house guests. And that does it for us
what?
on this year's
House
house
just
tour.
changed colour.
Season
No
20
idea what
continues.
Is it?
about.
Oh, Michael Jackson.
Expect the unexpected. I never expected 20 seasons.
I bet you didn't.
So what do
I
you think
know
about
it's
that
cool. Yeah.
intercom thing?
What, the house, yeah, but is the head of house really going to go, oi, I can see you talking?
Come up here.
I'll be like, fuck off, mate. We're just talking about what we're going to have for dinner.
Because they can't hear them, but they can see them.
Yeah.
But they're all around those things. There's one like in the living room, there's one in the kitchen.
I thought they could always see them, like, anywhere they wanted. I thought they just moved the camera.
Also, they've got an eye on them, so it's like, it's reminded me of UK Big Brother.
Aye.
We
Anyway.
had, in Power Trip, there were like some sort of screens around, weren't there? What was that all about? To put your hand on that thing to get into, was it in the diary room? Or Iris room?
Irish.
The Iris.
Iris creature.
I don't know what they called it, the hub or some shit.
Oh, yeah. I remember. Should
The
we stop?
power room.
Power trip. Pauline saves
There's-
Helen all season.
There's a lot of sort of power
I don't
trip.
like tea and I don't like coffee.
Who said that?
Pauline.
Did she?
Yeah.
Jesus. There's a lot of power trip influence on this twist, I
Well,
think.
they've been at that conference, haven't they? John DeMol.
Apparently. But
All
like,
of them.
funny they're putting that out for Series 20, like, maybe, I don't know, 5 years after we did it.
To be honest, I'm quite surprised they haven't had an All-Stars, because they haven't had an All-Star since season 8. And it's now season 20.
Yeah, but like, good. We don't do All Stars.
No, but All-Stars is good. Yeah, we did do fucking All-Stars.
Only when it was about to finish.
Yeah,
Forever.
that was a good season though.
Fucking brilliant.
So what are you talking about?
When that clown came in and Nikki thought it was Rex.
But when they did All Stars on BBUS, it was really good too. Fucking great. One of the best
Was it?
seasons of all time. Really, really good. So yeah, I
Evil
don't know
Dick
why.
came back, didn't he?
No. He come back another time, but then he got diagnosed with HIV. He had to leave.
Has he really got
Yeah.
HIV?
Yeah, he got diagnosed, and you weren't allowed to be in the house if you had HIV.
That's rude.
Well,
It's discriminatory because it's considered disability.
yeah, it was odd. They never said that, but it came out later down the line. So yeah, that's a bit of fun fact for you. I think we should stop doing this podcast.
I think that we've run out of steam.
Yeah, but we've had a good bash. Joseph might have finished his shift now. He might not. Who knows? Hey.
Hey, Joseph.
Don't, because you'll only encourage him, and we don't want to. But thanks so much to everyone who's been looking forward to the podcast. I hope you haven't disappointed.
Well, probably have.
Nikki Elkinson.
Nikki Elkinson's the first time viewer of Big Brother USA, isn't she?
Is she?
She's one of the ones we brought on board. Yeah.
Zach, Richard, Richie W Forever, Richard Watkins.
He hasn't been in touch
What's
forever.
his name?
He don't listen no more.
Yeah, no, he retweets us.
Big Brother Wiki doesn't listen to us and just
fuck
corrects us
him.
on
I like
everything.
him though. No, because he's like, what? Here's the cast reveal. Have a look at it. And we're like, no. And he's like, why not? I'm like, don't you listen to our podcast? But anyway,
he like didn't believe that we would keep ourselves in the dark.
Yeah, he doesn't understand the British mentality.
We don't even know where it's from.
It's like looking at the cast reveal to me.
Yeah.
It's like opening your presents before Christmas Day.
Oh, I can't.
It is. It's like I would not have enjoyed tonight's show as much if I knew all that about them. It would have just been nothing to me. Whereas I was actually genuinely putting extra vowels genuinely. Fucking Jack played in this cover version of Pony the other day.
Who's covering Pony?
Exactly, like an indie version. He was like, we were listening, I had this mix. We always make a playlist. Yeah, and it was like some indie version. He was like, do you know what this is? I was like, yes.
Oh, before we do go...
It's like, yeah, I do know what this is because it's shit.
Can we talk about my strange 2 weeks of bumping into Big Brother winners?
Please do.
So if you haven't been following me on Twitter or Instagram...
Humble brag.
I bumped into, in the space of
Go on, do it in order.
2 weeks, 3... what I would consider quite significant
winners, all winners,
Big Brother winners,
and all in very disparate locations.
Yeah, so I was basically one. I was one. Number one, Brian Dowling.
Brian Dowling, 2-time winner of Big Brother UK.
Yeah,
presenter of the Mint, Big Brother legend,
SMTV Live presenter.
Go on. I did not even recognise that was Brian Dowling in that photo. And my mum recognised him.
Bumped into...
Did you see that?
Yeah,
I saw the picture. She knew. But I didn't know.
Bumped into Brian Dowling in...
How did you go... I want to know
office.
About this. How did you go to him? What did you say?
So now, generally, when I bump into a Big Brother person, I go, oh my God. And then I say the name.
I don't.
Oh my God.
Just like ignore them.
Brian. And I go, sorry, I'm a really big Big Brother fan.
Yeah. What did he say?
He's like, oh... I was like, do you get this? I was like, do you get this all the time? Does it still happen? He's like, I do still get it. So basically, I'd looked at Brian's Instagram like the night before.
No way.
Now he's in London. He had found Mr. Cow and Mr. Bear.
Ooh.
Now, I don't know if you remember.
Johnny's little friends.
No, it's Chunkety Munkety and some other fucking thing.
Munkety Chunkety.
Chunkety Munkety.
No, Munkety Chunkety.
Anyway, Brian had took 2 little soft toys into the house, and this is Big Brother 2 back in 2001.
Yeah. Me and you watched this fucking recently.
He had to give them up for like a party. It was like if he gave them
up, set fire
up,
to them.
He would not set fire to them. He'd get a steak dinner if he gave up Mr. Cow, and a teddy bear's picnic if he gave up Mr. Bear.
Does ring a bell?
And they were really like dear to him. And he did give them up, and then he got a party. And I was like, I kind of forgot that back then Big Brother was doing those kind of mind games type things. Like, you've got to give this up. It's like mind games.
When they burnt Shabby's hat.
Yeah, like that. And anyway, so I got to talk to Brian. I was like, I can't believe you found Mr. Cow and Mr. Bear. He's like, I know. It's like, they were there. Like, it was like these memories.
What, so you mentioned that he'd posted on his Twitter?
Yeah, I was like, I saw on your Instagram. He was
he must have been like, fuck, this guy's a fucking stalker.
No, well, basically, I'd met Brian, not met, but I'd been in the same place as Brian before. I don't know if you remember. I was at this gay club night and Brian was on stage.
I do remember that, yeah.
I was like,
at gay.
I was like, actually,
at GOI.
It wasn't at GOI.
Oh.
It was somewhere else. Sink the Pink, it's called. Anyway, I was like, Brian, trying to get a selfie with him, and I was like, actually, we did kind of meet before. I was that guy that was yelling at you from the stage. He's like, oh yeah, I remember you.
No way.
And he's like, oh yeah, you do the Big Brother thing. He's like, I saw it. He said, I saw it.
He saw it. He didn't listen to it. He saw it.
He saw it.
He saw it.
I think back then I said, like, thanks, Brian.
Yeah.
It meant a lot. You came to do a selfie with me or do a podcast about Big Brother, and maybe I mentioned it.
He saw we did the Big Brother thing.
I must have tweeted it back then, actually. So he saw it. So
he
knows about BB on Blast.
He didn't actually listen to it, but he saw it.
Now, the most, like, sobering thing about me and Brian was I was obviously... I can't remember. I always think I'm younger than I was. I was maybe like 15, 6, I don't know, whatever age I was. He was 22 when he went into Big Brother.
Yeah, because I must have been like maybe his age.
He's
How
turning
old is he?
40. He's just turned 40.
Okay.
So I was like, I can't believe that you're turning 40. He's like, I know, I was 22.
Did you say that to him?
Yeah, he was
very
like
inappropriate.
He's like, I know. He's like, I was
age.
22 when I was in there, and I was like, he was like, how old must have you
a long
been?
conversation with him.
We tried to work out how old I was, and basically we took a selfie. Brian's got bleached blonde hair as well,
you
and
did
so
look
have I.
You did look similar.
And he's like, we've both got bleached blonde hair. He's like, my boyfriend says that it's cheap. I said, well, it kind of is cheap, isn't it? Bleached blonde. But we did 2 versions because he wasn't happy with his hair the first time. So I've got like a bad version and a good version.
It was a good photo. photo. I really liked it.
I mean, Brian Dowling, I was like,
it sounds like he was very,